What is up, you guys? It is Shabby Shambles. Remember to like and subscribe if you do indeed like the content and want to support the channel. That is a fantastic way to do so. Today, I want to talk about a stock that is near and dear to my heart, a company that is near and dear to my heart, and a company that BlackRock and Vanguard have invested a collective $2 billion into. They together own over 200 million shares of this thing. That company is called Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. We're going to get into why. Stay tuned. So, if you are a long-time listener, you know what Palantir is, you know the company. If you are a new listener, welcome. Stick around for a while. We're going to talk about Palantir and what it is and why I think BlackRock and Vanguard are so into this company. So Palantir got started 17 years ago as a data analytics company for the Department of Defense. They have recently won a big certification, a big license with the Department of Defense. They are one of only, I think, 5 companies in the world to have ever had that license. They are the first software company to ever hold that distinction. And they have also spread out from the Department of Defense, from working with government agencies to offering corporate offerings to offering their services to businesses. So what they do is they have a data analytics platform that offers robust AI tools and a robust AI-assisted environment for users to build their own, or organizations to build their own data analytics apps on top of. And it really does seem to be a general thing with applications across the board in healthcare, in government organizations, in pandemic prevention, in logistics problems. They are solving problems for, big tech companies included, some of the biggest companies in the world, some of the biggest organizations in the world. And I like to say that Palantir's technology is battle-tested, battle-approved. And you can say what you want about the Department of Defense. There are certainly quite a few things that I would say about the Department of Defense, or that I would like to say. But to me, I think that Palantir has managed to build technology that is saving lives in war zones, that has the ability to save thousands of lives in war zones by adding efficiency to information transfer, by adding efficiency to logistics transfers. And I truly do believe this technology has saved thousands of lives in war zones across the world. So, it's hard for me to get out here and talk bad about Palantir. I mean, they're trying to solve some of the biggest problems in the world and save our men and women overseas, and not just our men and women, either our allies as well, and potentially the lives of innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. And that's really all I can ask from a company. My family was a military family. My cousin did some deployments overseas. I've tried to join the army. They rejected me for various reasons. But I really do believe that this company is saving lives, and it's hard for me not to love a company that is trying to save the lives of our men and women in uniform. Say what you want about the Department of Defense, but I don't think anyone could say anything bad about the troops, at least not around me. But on to why I think BlackRock and Vanguard are so into this company. I think it starts with just that. They are a company whose product offerings are battle-tested and battle-approved. They are fiercely defensive of their work for the Department of Defense. They are fiercely committed to their role as a software company in the Department of Defense environment. And that is hard to find. A lot of these companies are trying to play politics. They're trying to spin a certain political narrative. They're trying to do this or that or the other thing. Palantir's not. They are who they are. They are doing the work they do, and they are fiercely, fiercely proud of it. And there's something very respectable about a person who's, committed to doing good work, no matter what other people think, and committed to defending that work in the public eye, no matter what other people think. And I can respect that. Um, the founders, one of them is Peter Thiel, who has a proven track record of building just great businesses. You could say, he's not great politically. He's in bed with Donald Trump and all this stuff. And I mean, maybe, but he has a proven track record of building great businesses that really do produce some of the world's best technology and world's most dynamic technology. And so whenever I try to evaluate a founder, I try to do it in that context. How can they benefit the business? How good are they at building a business? Everything else aside, I think that's what matters the most. And I think Peter Thiel has a proven track record, and I think he's fantastic. And I was really, really glad to see him associated with the company. Alex Harp is the other most notable founder, and sorry, and he is also a tough, no nonsense guy. He's certainly an operator. He's certainly not the slick salesman type. He is out there operating and executing his vision, and I love to see it. Alex Harp is really the guy who's out there defending his work with the Department of Defense, defending what his company is doing, and I've always really respected that about him, and I think that is the leadership we are going to look to in the next decade. And BlackRock and Vanguard, I think, agree with me. Now, I think also BlackRock and Vanguard like the moat that is around the company. Once you onboard to, especially if you're onboarding like a 5,000, 10,000 plus person organization to a data analytics platform, you can't really. It's a whole hassle to onboard to a different platform, right? So I think once you have an organization that is using Palantir technology, they're likely to keep using Palantir technology. For the simple reason that everyone is trained on the technology, that all the apps are built on the platform, and migrating all those apps and all the users to a different technology is going to cost millions and millions of dollars, and time that most organizations don't have. So I think that's a reason to love the company, and I think that's something that BlackRock and Vanguard can see. I mean, these are not stupid people. These are some of the biggest financial organizations in the world, and I think that they like that about the company. So now on to the earnings. The total addressable market for this technology is estimated to be, I think Alex Harp said, around $900 billion. And I'm not aware of a serious competitor with Palantir for that market. And I think as they go after this market, as they build out their sales force, they will find that they are capturing most, if not all, of that market. And their business model is built on customer service. They have what are called forward deployed engineers, which are engineers that go to a company and specifically tailor the technology to each individual company. So each individual company is getting slightly different technology that is tailored to their needs. And when I first heard about that, I was sold. I mean, that's such a good idea to really build these relationships with these companies, and to have engineers that aren't just software engineers, but are learning about sectors of the economy. So you get a forward deployed engineer who knows about the healthcare sector. or a forward deployed engineer who knows about the big tech sector, and they are better able to integrate the technology within those sectors, and they gain experience working within those sectors. And I think it's just a fantastic way to do it. Obviously, they still have the software engineers who are working in the basement, uh, putting this technology together. But I really like the way they were doing it with forward deployed engineers. I thought it was very smart. Um, and I think BlackRock and Vanguard also see this as a huge potential upside for the company. And I mean, they put $2 billion to work at this company. I think that they see this company having a huge potential upside for a relatively low downside. I think that the current level is about as low as we're going to get for the next decade, and I think they agree with me. They've been adding on shares. They've been really going hard into this company, and I think they expect great things from them, and so do I. Now, anything can happen. It's the stock market, but I mean, when I found out that Palantir was backed by BlackRock and Vanguard this hard, I was surprised. I did not know that, and so that's why I decided to make this video, and that's why I was really glad to share this with you guys. So that's all from me. Till next time, I've been Shabby Shambles. Remember to like and subscribe if you do like the content and want to support it, and take care.